Hi, this is Frank Mealy from HeartlandDiaryUSA.com. We're continuing our series of low budget videos, bringing light to things you need to know that are happening on your media. In this case, we're going to hear Stuart Varney interviewing Hollywood actor Isaiah Washington. Don't be afraid, Isaiah is actually a conservative, and he brings light to a very dark corner of a dark blue state. Enjoy.
Next one. Our next guest had this to say on Twitter. Made a few waves. Here we go. Closeted conservatives in Hollywood. I have a message for the Hollywood actors DMing me and revealing that you're conservatives. Don't DM me again because you all are lame and I don't respond well to hypocrites or cowards. You're no different than the bystander that is waiting on the blood to spill from a martyr. Ouch. Mr. Washington, as in Isaiah, is with us again. Isaiah, welcome back. It's good to see you again. Now, you're calling out the silent conservatives in Hollywood. What was the response to that tweet?
I'm sitting here with you today. Made headline news, Washington Times News, the Daily Caller. I thought it was important. It really, something very interesting happened to me since April. Since I've been supporting the president and the First Step Act.
Okay, tell me what happened.
Put into the headlines. I've been tweeted out that I'm supportive of the president, supporting the First Step Act, and I made some criticisms about 44. That's what got me into this interesting space where I've been able to observe this war between the progressives, liberals, or conservatives. Although myself, as an artist, I've been an observer. But a lot of things have been interesting to me. I'm a bit of a social scientist, is I really appreciate being able to have a conversation on Twitter and usually in my DMs. And I noticed since April, I had a lot of individuals from the Democratic side, as I said to you before, from the Libertarian side, that have been very disgruntled and have no place to put this rage, this anger. And I always ask myself, how do I answer that? Although I tend to be reactive sometimes because I am human. But something came to me this morning when I picked up my Bible, Mark 4:40. And it said, when Jesus is being questioned, going through a storm, it's like, why are you so afraid? That you still have no faith. And that's really what that tweet was coming from. Is that if you are being attacked and you are being treated poorly, then turn that adversity into action. We cannot allow ourselves to be turned into animals and lashing out back and forth. We have to think ourselves through this. And that is really what that tweet is about, is that if you're going to continue to say to me in private what is something that is challenging you to the point where you feel like you're going to lose your job because of your political ideology, that's a problem. That's a problem. Sure. And you have to take action on that.
Are there many conservatives in Hollywood? I never think of Hollywood as having that many people on the right represented there. Are you telling me that there are quite a few people who remain silent, but they're conservatives nonetheless?
Varney, since April, this state is more purple, just in my short amount of time of observation and the plethora of conversations I've had privately, it's more purple than it is blue. The problem is when you have a system led by aberrant behaviors, we have behaviors that need to be put in check. And I think it needs to be put in check. I hope it's put in check at the federal level. If I have to be on a job as a corporate person, when I was working for ABC, I was terrified of getting tested. I didn't drink any alcohol. Well, I drink alcohol, but no drugs, no opiates, no nothing. I was terrified of having to take a blood test and lose my job because I was under the influence. To this day, I don't have a DUI. I don't have a domestic violence. I have not been arrested. I do not have a criminal record. But in the media, you would think that I am a criminal, and that is a problem. One, we need to find out some kind of legislation where we can have the right to forget. Whatever happened 7 years ago, like a credit, it goes away. Two, we need to make these leadership here in Hollywood accountable. One quick fix is that make a mandatory test for drugs. Okay. I'm talking opiates, I'm talking about cocaine, I'm talking about heroin. If I have the privilege to drive and I can't drive my car under the influence, then why are you going to run a studio or run any company under the influence.
Good one.
In my opinion. Now, that's just my opinion.
Okay.
Now, if we're here to make money, let's make money. And let's be coherent in doing that. I'm a business person, but I don't want to talk to someone who's probably under the influence, that is reactionary, and that is emotional, and that is spiritless, when we're all trying to do one thing. And the one thing we're good at in this town is entertaining. All people want is to be left alone and be entertained. They don't want to be beat up. They don't want to watch anything that has political agendas or innuendo that's going to embarrass them in front of their kids. Look at the history of the dynamic of what we're selling. Let's start there.
Well done.
But more importantly, let's check the leadership.
Okay, I hear you. You know, you make far too much sense, and we have far too little time for you. I regret that. So you've got an open invitation. Come back on this program anytime, because you make a lot of sense. Mr. Isaiah Washington, thanks for taking your time with us today. We do appreciate it, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Washington.
Mike. Thank you very much.
Washington.
All
Okay.
right.
I'm Barney, you're Washington. That works for me. Cheers, my friend. See you later.
Well, hopefully my sense will make dollars and cents.
Oh,
that's
yes.
all we want to do.
We're
People
in the
just wanna
same
make
business,
money,
baby.
but you
Let
have
me
to do
tell
it.
you. Absolutely the same business. See eye to eye. No water between us. Thank you, Isaiah. I want you to check
Thank you,
something out now, viewers.